Beloved children of the light, hear my voice as I come to you now. I speak not in riddles, nor in chains of fear, but with clarity, for the time has come for your hearts to awaken fully to the truth of divine love. I do not come to command you, for heaven does not rule through force. I come instead to lift the veil of confusion, to remind you of what you already know in your soul, that you are loved, that you are guided, and that your journey is sacred. You stand at crossroads, some of you wondering about love, about marriage, about whether the soul before you is the one chosen for your path. Others among you wrestle with doubt, asking if you will ever be seen, ever be cherished, ever walk hand in hand with one who truly honors your heart. And still others feel the weight of loneliness, fearing that heaven has forgotten them. Listen well, beloved ones, heaven does not forget. Love does not abandon. The divine source that breathed life into your soul has not designed you for emptiness, but for communion. Yet understand this, love is never a chain, and marriage is not a prison. True love is freedom multiplied, joy magnified, and faith embodied in flesh. When I, Michael, speak to you of love, I speak not of fantasy, not of fleeting desire, but of that which endures beyond storms. Real love is not meant to bind you in fear, but to raise you in courage. It is not meant to trap you in the will of another, but to unite two wills in the greater will of the divine. Do not be deceived by words that pressure you, saying, "Marry quickly or blessings will pass you by." Such words are not mine, nor from heaven. For love unfolds in divine timing, not in deadlines written by men. You are not bound by ultimatums, but invited by grace. I tell you this, if you are meant to unite with a soul, the opportunity will not vanish overnight. True partnership is not stolen by the clock. Rather, it is revealed in the right moment, when both hearts are ready to walk together in truth. Some of you already know who stands before you. You feel the stirring within your heart, a deep peace when you are in their presence, a recognition that feels eternal. Do not rush this, and do not resist it. Test it with patience, with prayer, with honesty. Ask, does this love bring me closer to my divine purpose? Does this soul encourage me to grow, to heal, to walk in the light of truth? If the answer is yes, then you have found a gift worthy of protection. Others of you look upon someone and feel uncertainty. You see affection, you see possibility, but you also see shadows of doubt. Hear me, do not silence your doubts. Instead, bring them into the light. A love that cannot endure honest questioning is not yet ready for covenant. Wait, then, and allow what is true to reveal itself. And some of you, dear ones, have been trying to force what is not meant for you. You cling because you fear to be alone. You chase because you believe love is scarce. But I tell you, love is abundant, love is ever-flowing, love cannot be withheld from a willing heart. If you release what is false, you make space for what is true. Understand this mystery, marriage is not simply the joining of two bodies, nor even of two hearts, but the weaving of two destinies in the light of the Most High. It is not a contract of fear, but a covenant of purpose. And when you enter it rightly, it becomes not a weight, but a wing. Therefore, do not measure your readiness for marriage by the pressure of family, of society, of deadlines, or of age. Measure it by the readiness of your soul, by the maturity of your love, and by the guidance of heaven. For what is rushed collapses, but what is built on truth endures. Beloved ones, I must also speak of courage, for love and courage walk hand in hand. Many of you fear rejection. Many of you hold back words you long to speak, waiting for perfect assurance before you reveal your heart. But love requires courage. The one who never risks never receives. The one who hides forever remains unseen. Do not wait endlessly for the other to speak first. If your soul burns with love, speak it in truth, without demand, without fear. If it is reciprocated, you will rejoice. If it is not, you will be set free to walk forward. But never let fear of rejection silence the truth of your heart. For fear is a prison, but truth is a key. And hear this as well, when love is true, it will require patience, forgiveness, and sacrifice. Do not imagine that a blessed marriage is without trial. No, beloved, trials will come. But love rooted in God will overcome every storm. The difference between a fragile union and a holy one is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of grace. Now I speak to those who have been waiting long, who wonder if their prayers for love will ever be answered. I tell you, not one tear you have shed has gone unseen. Not one longing has been ignored. Your prayers rise like incense before the throne of heaven, and the answer is being prepared. Trust that the timing is not delay, but alignment. You are being made ready. Your soul is being refined. And when the one destined for you arrives, you will understand why the wait was necessary. Therefore, walk in peace. Release desperation. For desperation clouds discernment, but peace opens the eyes of the soul. When you are calm, when you are rooted in trust, then you will see clearly whom God has placed before you. And now, beloved ones, I remind you of this eternal truth: your first marriage, your highest covenant, is to the divine. Before you vow to any man or woman, vow yourself to God. Anchor your soul in truth, in prayer, in service. For only then can you give love freely, without making an idol of another soul. Only then can you stand in marriage as one who is whole, not as one who seeks to be completed by another. You are already whole. You are already loved. You are already chosen. From this place of fullness, you can choose freely, and when you choose in freedom, you choose well. Beloved children, I am with you. When you feel confusion, call upon me, and I will bring clarity. When you feel fear, call upon me, and I will bring courage. When you feel weary, call upon me, and I will bring strength. For I am Michael, defender of truth, protector of hearts, servant of the Most High. I do not come to control you, but to guard you, to guide you, and to remind you that you are never alone. Beloved ones, hear me now as I lift your hearts higher into the understanding of love's sacred path. For many of you, the question is not whether love exists, but whether you are worthy to receive it. And so I tell you plainly, you are worthy, for you were formed in the image of love itself. But some of you carry wounds that whisper lies in your ears. Wounds from the past, words that cut deep, betrayals that scarred your trust. These are not the voice of heaven. These are remnants of brokenness that seek to blind you. I come now with my sword of truth to sever these chains. Release, beloved, the belief that you are unworthy. Release the voice that says, I will always be abandoned. Release the fear that says, I am too much, or not enough. These are illusions, shadows cast by pain. You are not too much, and you are not too little. You are precisely who you were created to be, and the one prepared for you will see you clearly. Understand this: if one cannot cherish you, it is not because you lack value, but because their eyes are not open to see it. Do not measure your worth by the blindness of another. Do not beg for crumbs at a table where you are meant to feast. Instead, rise and walk away from false love, for it is only then that you can encounter the true. Now I tell you of discernment. How shall you know if the one before you is from heaven or from distraction? I give you these signs: if love draws you closer to peace, it is of God. If love calls you to honesty, it is of God. If love nurtures patience, kindness, and growth, it is of God. If love demands secrecy, deceit, or diminishment, it is not of God. If love fuels fear, obsession, or desperation, it is not of God. For the fruits of true love mirror the fruits of the Spirit: gentleness, joy, long-suffering, faithfulness, and self-control. The counterfeit may glitter for a season, but it cannot endure. True love endures all things because it is rooted in divine truth. And now I speak to those whose hearts are weary from false unions, those who gave and were not honored, those who trusted and were betrayed. You wonder if your capacity for love has been destroyed. But I tell you, nothing pure in you can be destroyed. Love within you may feel bruised, but it will rise again, stronger, clearer, wiser. Healing is not the denial of pain, but the transformation of it. Do not rush past your wounds. Allow heaven to tend them. For when you let your scars be kissed by light, they no longer hold you captive. They become testimonies, not prisons. Some of you fear that because of mistakes, choices you regret, paths you took, people you held on to too long, you have disqualified yourselves from divine partnership. This is a lie. For the mercy of heaven restores what was lost. The divine does not see you as broken beyond repair, but as clay still being shaped. What was delayed can be redeemed. What was lost can be restored. Do not disqualify yourself when heaven has already called you worthy. Beloved, hear this warning as well: do not idolize marriage. Yes, it is sacred, yes, it is blessed, but it is not your savior. Too many chase marriage as if it will fill every emptiness. But no covenant of flesh can heal a soul that has not first found its rest in God. Enter marriage from wholeness, not desperation. Only then will it flourish. I also speak to those who fear loneliness so greatly that they are tempted to settle for less than divine love. My children, do not give your heart to one who dishonors it, simply to avoid silence. Better to walk alone in the peace of God than to walk bound to one who pulls you into darkness. Loneliness is temporary, but entanglement with the wrong soul can wound for years. Trust divine timing, even when it seems long. Now I turn to courage, for without courage love cannot thrive. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the will to act in truth despite it. Some of you must have courage to walk away from a love that harms you. Some of you must have courage to wait for the right one, even when others mock your patience. And some of you must have courage to say yes when true love finally appears before you, for fear of being hurt again may tempt you to shut the door. I tell you this, do not let fear of pain rob you of joy. Do not let fear of rejection rob you of connection. Do not let fear of betrayal rob you of covenant. Yes, risks come with love, but greater still are the blessings. The shield of heaven is with you, and I, Michael, stand to guard you as you step into destiny. Now I speak of divine unions, those marriages chosen and blessed in heaven. These are not accidents, nor are they random. They are purposeful, forged for the kingdom, designed to bring light into the world. When two such souls come together, the impact ripples far beyond themselves. Their union strengthens families, heals generations, and advances the work of love upon the earth. If you are called to such a union, prepare yourself not only with desire, but with discipline. Strengthen your spirit in prayer. Guard your heart from bitterness. Purify your intentions, that you seek not only companionship, but partnership in divine purpose. For marriage is not only about romance, but about mission. And hear this, beloved ones, you do not need to beg heaven for the right one to appear. Instead, align yourself with purpose, and in that path, the right one will be revealed. As you serve, as you walk in truth, as you grow in light, you will find that the soul meant for you is also walking toward that same purpose. It is in the place of shared mission that true love is discovered. Do not spend your days scanning the horizon in fear that you will miss them. You cannot miss what heaven has appointed. You can only delay by refusing to grow. But when you rise, when you heal, when you walk your path faithfully, divine union will meet you there. Now I say this with urgency, protect your heart from counterfeit voices. There are those in the world who will say, God told me you are mine, yet they speak from desire, not from truth. Test every word against peace, against patience, against discernment. True guidance from heaven will never demand your obedience through fear. It will invite, not coerce. It will affirm what you already sense in your spirit, not override it. Beloved, you are not pawns of fate. You are co-creators with heaven. You are not forced into covenant, but invited into it. You choose, and in your choosing, heaven blesses. Do not wait for a message written in the stars to make your decision. Instead, root yourself in wisdom, in prayer, in discernment, and in the quiet witness of peace within your soul. And when you find yourself uncertain, call upon me. I will stand with you. I will clear the fog. I will whisper courage into your spirit. I will war against the shadows that seek to confuse you. For it is my mission to defend you, to guard you, to protect the path of love and truth in your life. Remember this always, love is not a deadline. Marriage is not a test of worth. True love will not pass you by. Heaven has not forgotten you. Trust, beloved ones, trust. For the author of your soul writes with perfect timing, and when the page turns, it will be beautiful. Beloved ones, let your hearts be open still, for I would speak to you not only of love and marriage, but of purpose. For what is union without purpose? What is companionship without mission? Love is holy, yet it is not the end in itself. It is the strength to walk together toward a greater light. Your life is not an accident. Your days are not random. Before you were formed in the womb, your soul was known. Your journey was etched in the heart of the divine. You are not wandering in chaos, you are walking a path, though at times it feels hidden by fog. Know this, every step you take in trust clears the mist before you. You ask, why am I here? What is my calling? Hear me, your calling is to love, first and foremost. But love is not merely feeling, it is action, service, truth, and faith lived in motion. Some are called to teach, some to heal, some to protect, some to create, some to guide. Yet all are called to love. This is the great mission written into every soul. Too many wait for a great sign before stepping into purpose. But purpose begins with the small. It begins with the kindness you show, the honesty you choose, the courage with which you rise each day. Do not despise the small, for it is the seed of the great. Now I speak of opposition. For when you walk in purpose, shadows will rise to hinder you. Trials will test you, doubts will whisper, and fear will attempt to bind you. Do not be surprised. You are not weak because you are tested, you are strengthened through the trial. As fire purifies gold, so the challenges you endure refine your spirit. When you feel surrounded, when you feel the weight of darkness pressing against your soul, call upon me. I am Michael, commander of the heavenly hosts, and I war on your behalf. I stand with sword of light to cut through deception, to shield you from despair, to push back the tide that would overwhelm you. You are never abandoned in the battle. Even when you feel alone, you are surrounded by an army of light. But hear this, beloved, I do not fight in place of your will. I strengthen your will. I stand beside you as you choose truth, as you choose faith, as you choose love. For heaven honors your freedom, and your choices are power. Every time you resist fear, every time you speak truth, every time you choose love over bitterness, the hosts of heaven advance with you. Do not believe the lie that you are powerless. Even in your weakest moment, your prayer shakes the heavens. Even a whisper of faith is stronger than the loudest roar of darkness. Do not underestimate what rises from within you, for you are made in the image of the Eternal One. Now I speak of fear, for it is the great thief of destiny. Fear tells you to hide. Fear tells you to stay silent. Fear tells you to shrink when you are called to rise. Beloved, fear is not your master. Fear is smoke, it is shadow, it is the illusion of chains. When you face it in truth, you will see that it has no power to bind you. I say this, courage is not the absence of trembling. Courage is choosing to move forward even while trembling. When you take a step in faith, courage grows, and fear diminishes. Do not wait until you feel no fear. Act in truth, and fear will fall away. Beloved ones, many of you also carry burdens of guilt and shame, weights from your past that whisper, you are unworthy to walk in purpose. I speak with the authority of heaven, release these lies. Your past is not your prison. Your mistakes do not erase your destiny. You are forgiven, you are cleansed, you are made new when you choose truth. Carry shame no longer, for it does not belong to you. Lift your head, children of light. Walk forward not as slaves to regret, but as sons and daughters of eternity. You are heirs of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Act as such. Live as such. Remember who you are. Now let me speak of your relationships again, but in the context of your mission. A union blessed by heaven will never pull you away from your calling. It will strengthen it. A true partner will not fear your light, nor compete with your purpose, but will rejoice in it and guard it. And you will do the same for them. In this way, love becomes a shield, not a snare. And so I tell you, before you ask, is this the one I should marry? Ask first, does this soul walk in the same direction of truth? Do we run toward the same light? For two cannot walk together unless they are agreed. Attraction may begin a bond, but only shared purpose sustains it. Now, beloved, I must speak of patience. For some of you are weary in waiting, not only for love but for the unfolding of your life. You wonder why answers seem delayed, why doors remain closed. Trust me, what you call delay is preparation. What you call waiting is weaving. The threads of your life are being aligned so that when the time comes, the pattern is strong and beautiful. If doors are closed, it is because they would lead you astray. If paths are hidden, it is because you are not yet ready to walk them. Do not despise these seasons of hiddenness. They are not punishment, but protection. They are the soil in which your roots grow deep, so that when the winds come, you will not be shaken. Patience is not passive. It is not idly standing still. It is active trust, it is steady growth, it is choosing faith daily while the unseen is prepared. So walk faithfully, and when the time is right, the doors will open, and you will step forward with strength. Now hear me on joy. For many believe that holiness is solemnity, that purpose is only struggle. But I say to you, joy is holy, joy is strength, joy is a weapon against despair. Laughter is not weakness, it is defiance against sorrow. Rejoice even in trial, for joy keeps your spirit alive. Do not postpone joy until every battle is won. Find it now, in the small blessings, in the daily light, in the presence of love that surrounds you always. Beloved ones, I speak also of your families. Some of you come from bloodlines marked by pain, cycles of brokenness, patterns of betrayal. You fear that you are bound to repeat them. Hear me, you are not bound. You are the breaker of chains. You are the one who carries light into the generations. Your faith, your courage, your love will shift the story. What wounded your ancestors will not define your children, if you choose truth. When you marry in truth, when you build in love, when you anchor your home in faith, you become a beacon that outshines the darkness of the past. You rewrite the narrative. Do not underestimate the power of one soul aligned with heaven to heal generations. And finally, beloved, I leave you with this charge: rise. Rise in faith. Rise in courage. Rise in truth. The world needs your light. Do not hide it under fear, do not bury it under doubt. Shine boldly, for you are not alone. Heaven stands with you, and I, Michael, walk beside you. When you feel afraid, call on me, and I will strengthen you. When you feel attacked, call on me, and I will defend you. When you feel weak, call on me, and I will lift you. You are beloved. You are chosen. You are guarded. You are never alone. And so I bless you now with peace. I bless you with clarity. I bless you with courage to love rightly, to wait patiently, to rise boldly, and to walk in your sacred purpose. You are children of the Most High, and your destiny is radiant. Walk in it. Beloved ones, I remain with you still. My words come not to burden you, but to strengthen your heart. For I know the weight that rests upon many of you, the questions of why you are here, the pain of trials, the battles within your own mind, and the longing for guidance in a world of noise. And so I will speak now of purpose, of protection, and of perseverance. You must know first, you were created with intention. Not one of you is accidental. Not one of you is forgotten. Every soul carries a divine design, a mission seeded into the spirit before your first breath. Some missions appear grand to human eyes, others seem small and hidden. But I tell you, in heaven's sight no mission is small. For the one who loves faithfully in silence shifts as much light as the one who proclaims loudly before nations. Your life, beloved, is like a tapestry. You see only threads tangled in the moment, but the divine sees the full pattern. What feels like delay, what feels like loss, is often the weaving of something far greater than you can yet imagine. Trust the weaving. Even pain is not wasted when surrendered. Even trials become threads of gold when given into divine hands. Many of you cry out, "What is my calling? What must I do?" And I say, begin with love. Let love govern your words, your choices, your service. From this foundation, your specific gifts will emerge. Do not despise beginnings. Do not say, "It is too small." Every great fire begins with a single spark. Every mighty river begins with a hidden spring. Some of you are called to heal with your words, some with your hands, some with your presence. Some are called to lead, some to serve, some to create beauty, some to guard truth. Each role is vital. When you honor your own design, you honor heaven. When you compare, when you envy, you weaken your light. Do not measure yourself against another's calling. The star does not compete with the moon, nor the sun with the river. Each shines, each flows, each fulfills its own purpose. So must you. But I will not hide this from you. When you rise into purpose, opposition will rise as well. Darkness resists the light. Lies resist the truth. Fear resists courage. You will know trials, not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. Every hero must face resistance. Every warrior must endure battle. Do not see trials as proof of abandonment, see them as confirmation that your path matters. When you face storms, call upon me. I am Michael, guardian and defender, charged to protect the children of the Most High. I do not abandon those who walk in truth. I will war with you and for you. When you cannot see the way forward, I will clear the fog. When whispers of lies surround you, I will pierce them with truth. When shadows press close, I will stand as flame beside you. Yet know this, I do not erase the battle from your path, for it is in the battle that your strength is forged. I do not remove the mountain, but I give you the will to climb. I do not silence every storm, but I steady your soul through it. For the goal is not a life without struggle, the goal is a spirit unbroken, shining all the brighter because of what it has endured. Beloved, you fear weakness, yet weakness is not your downfall. Weakness surrendered becomes strength. A heart that admits its need calls forth the greatest power. Pride resists, but humility opens the floodgates of grace. Do not be ashamed of your need. Do not be ashamed of your tears. Do not be ashamed when you fall. Rise again, and in rising you will find you are not alone. I must speak now of fear, for it chains too many of you. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of the future. Fear of loss. These fears whisper endlessly, stealing joy and clouding vision. Beloved, fear is a shadow. It cannot create, it cannot build, it cannot love. It only paralyzes. Yet even the smallest act of courage shatters it. Courage is not never trembling. Courage is choosing truth while trembling. Do not wait to feel fearless before you act. Step forward trembling, and fear will lose its grip. Each act of faith weakens fear's hold. Each step of courage strengthens your wings. I also see the shame some of you carry, shame from your past, shame from mistakes, shame from choices you regret. And I say this with heaven's authority, release it. Shame is not your garment. You are not defined by your worst moment. You are not imprisoned by yesterday's choices. You are not beyond redemption. The divine calls you beloved, forgiven, renewed. Do not hold on to what has already been loosed from you. Lift your head. Walk as children of light. Now let me speak of your relationships again in light of purpose. The one who walks beside you in covenant must not only share affection but must share direction. If they love you but resist your calling, they are not yet aligned. If they attract you but draw you away from truth, they are not sent by heaven. Union is not merely about companionship, it is about mission. Two walking together in agreement can withstand storms. Two walking in division will stumble, no matter how strong their attraction. Do not build covenant on desire alone. Build it on shared purpose, shared truth, shared commitment to light. Then, and only then, will it endure the fires that come. I must speak also of patience, for many of you are weary in waiting, waiting for love, waiting for doors to open, waiting for answers. And I say, waiting is not punishment. Waiting is preparation. Waiting is weaving. Waiting is the hidden season where roots grow deep so the fruit may last. Do not despise the hidden years. Do not curse the silence. Seeds grow in silence. Roots deepen in darkness. The hidden season is not wasted. It is sacred. Trust it. When the time is right, the doors will open, and you will see why the waiting mattered. And in your waiting, rejoice. Do not postpone joy until the promise arrives. Joy is strength for the journey. Joy is resistance against despair. Joy is holy. Find it in the small blessings, in laughter, in gratitude. For joy does not wait for circumstances, it flows from within, from the presence of love that never leaves you. Now I speak of families, for many of you fear the weight of broken histories. You have seen patterns of pain, cycles of betrayal, generations of division, and you wonder if you are bound to repeat them. Hear me, you are not bound. You are the breaker of chains. You are the one chosen to shift the story. Your courage, your truth, your love can heal what has been wounded for generations. When you build in truth, when you love rightly, when you anchor your home in light, you become a beacon that outshines the darkness of your bloodline. Do not fear repeating what was behind you. You are chosen to write something new. Beloved ones, I close this portion with a charge: rise. Rise into faith. Rise into courage. Rise into joy. The world needs your light. Do not bury it beneath fear, do not hide it beneath shame, do not dim it to please others. Shine boldly. You are not alone. The hosts of heaven walk with you. I walk with you. The one who created you never leaves you. So take courage. Stand strong. Love deeply. Wait patiently. Walk faithfully. And know always, you are beloved, you are chosen, you are guarded, you are never alone. Beloved children of the eternal light, I speak now with the fullness of blessing, for you have listened, you have received, and your hearts are open. This final word I bring is not only to encourage you but to seal within you the truth of who you are, why you are here, and what awaits you. Know this first: you are not forgotten. Every prayer you have whispered, every tear you have shed, every hope you have carried has been seen. The silence you fear is not absence. The waiting you endure is not neglect. Heaven is near, even when unseen. The divine writes with timing, and though you may not yet hold the promise in your hand, it is being formed, it is being woven, it is already alive in the unseen. I remind you again, beloved, that love is not lost to you. Some of you fear you have missed your chance, that the right one has passed you by. But what is ordained cannot be stolen. What is aligned cannot be undone. You may wander, you may delay, but when your heart yields and your steps align, the way opens again. Trust this. You cannot miss what is truly meant for you. But I must also warn you, do not mistake counterfeit for covenant. Do not bind yourself in haste. Do not accept what diminishes your light simply because you fear to be alone. Better the silence of waiting than the bondage of wrong covenant. Better the stillness of preparation than the noise of false companionship. If you release what is not meant for you, heaven can place in your hands what is. Marriage is not a cage, it is a covenant. It is not a shackle, but a shield. The one you are joined with in truth will not crush your purpose but protect it, not dim your fire but fan it. And you will do the same for them. This is why patience matters. This is why discernment matters. This is why trust in divine timing matters. Now, I broaden my words, for life is more than marriage alone. You are called not only to union, but to mission. Each of you carries a spark of divine purpose that no other can replace. Do not say, I am too small, my role is too little. The smallest flame pushes back the darkest night. The smallest act of love shifts the weight of despair. You are powerful, even in ways you cannot yet see. But you must rise, beloved. Too many sleep in fear. Too many bury their gifts in the ground, waiting for a perfect time that never comes. I say, the time is now. Rise in courage. Step into what has been placed before you. Begin where you are. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Do not wait until you feel fully ready, for readiness is forged in action. The world is in need of your light. There are wounds only your hands can heal, songs only your voice can sing, truths only your courage can speak. Do not rob the world of the gift of you. Do not withhold what heaven has placed within you. Step forward. Even trembling, step forward. And when opposition rises, and it will, do not fear. Shadows resist the light, but they cannot overcome it. Lies will come against truth, but truth will stand. Fear will whisper, but it cannot bind you when you choose faith. I am with you in the battle. I fight beside you. You do not stand alone. Every prayer you lift is answered with armies of light. Every act of courage strengthens the shield around you. I see the wounds you carry from generations before you. I see the patterns that run through families like rivers of sorrow, anger, betrayal, addiction, abandonment, fear. Many of you fear that you are bound to repeat them. Hear me, you are not bound. You are the one chosen to break the chain. You are the one anointed to change the story. Your faith, your choices, your courage can turn an entire line of darkness into a legacy of light. You may say, it is too heavy for me. But I tell you, you do not carry it alone. Heaven strengthens you. Grace surrounds you. And I myself stand with you as defender and guide. The moment you choose to stand, the moment you say, the cycle ends with me, the tide begins to shift. Do not underestimate the power of one willing soul. And so I say, guard your home. Guard your future children. Guard the covenant you will enter. For when you anchor your family in truth, you create a foundation that will outlast generations. Do not think only of your own joy, think of those who will come after you, who will walk freer because you chose light. Beloved, I must remind you once more of joy. Too often you take the journey with heaviness, as though every step must be solemn. But joy is holy. Joy is strength. Joy is a shield against despair. Rejoice in the small things. Rejoice even in trial, for joy declares that darkness has not won. Laughter is not weakness, it is the sound of victory. Do not postpone your joy until every battle is over. Find it now. Find it in gratitude, in beauty, in kindness, in moments of stillness. Joy will sustain you far more than fear ever could. Now hear me as I speak of courage. For the days ahead require it. Courage to love when it feels safer to close your heart. Courage to forgive when bitterness tempts you. Courage to wait when rushing seems easier. Courage to rise when fear presses you down. This courage is not found in your strength alone, but in the strength of heaven flowing through you. Call upon me when your courage falters. Call upon me when shadows surround you. I will come swiftly. I will steady you. I will remind you of who you are. You are children of the Most High, warriors of light, bearers of truth. Do not forget it. And now I seal this message with blessing. Beloved children, may your hearts be guarded in peace. May your eyes be open to truth. May your ears discern the whisper of guidance. May your spirit be strengthened in trial. May your love be pure, your marriage be holy, your purpose be steadfast, and your joy be unshaken. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are beloved. You are chosen. You are protected. And you are called. So rise. Rise in faith. Rise in love. Rise in courage. Rise in purpose. Shine with the light you carry. The world waits for you. Heaven stands with you. And I, Michael, defender of truth and protector of souls, walk beside you until the end of all things. Go now in peace. Walk in courage. Live in love. Fulfill your purpose. And know this always, you are never alone. Beloved children of light, though I have spoken long and poured out what the Eternal has placed within me for you, I am not yet finished. For there are still words that must be said, truths that must be sealed, and blessings that must be spoken over you before I depart from this hour of revelation. Listen well, for these are not words of fear, but of victory. These are not words of despair, but of hope. These are not words of endings, but of beginnings. For even as this message concludes, your journey begins anew. I look upon you and I see a generation marked for greatness. I see souls born for such a time as this, chosen not by accident, but by divine intention. The hour of your birth was not random, the breath within your lungs is not without purpose. You were sent here to walk the earth at this moment, for this moment. Your life is not small. Your steps are not meaningless. You are part of a design far greater than you yet know. Do not diminish yourselves, beloved. Too many walk as though they are invisible, as though their lives are insignificant. But heaven sees you. The Most High delights in you. I, Michael, stand watch over you, for you carry more weight of glory than you realize. If only you could see yourselves as heaven sees you, you would never again call yourselves small. Now I speak again of love, for love is the river that carries all things. Some of you still question, still wonder if love will ever find you, still fear the silence of waiting. Beloved, do not let your waiting turn into despair. Waiting is not wasted. Waiting is preparation. The seed that rests unseen in the soil is not forgotten. It is growing in hiddenness, its roots deepening before it bursts into bloom. So it is with you. The love you long for is being prepared, just as you are being prepared. Trust the process. And I must remind you once more, true love is not built on fear. If a voice tells you, hurry or you will miss your blessing, test it carefully. The divine does not pressure you with ultimatums, he invites you with peace. The one meant for you will not slip from your grasp because of a date, a deadline, or a clock. Do not let fear bind you. Instead, let faith anchor you. Marriage, when it comes, is holy. It is not to be entered with trembling fear, but with steady joy. It is not to be rushed in panic, but embraced in peace. When it is right, you will know, for your spirit will rest even in the unknowns. And you will find that in this union, you are not diminished, but strengthened. For covenant multiplies what you already carry. But love alone is not the fullness of your journey. You were born not only for covenant with another soul, but for covenant with God. You were sent to carry light, to speak truth, to bring healing where there is pain, to bring courage where there is fear. Do not let your life be consumed only with the question of who you will marry. For marriage is one part of the path, but purpose is the greater calling. I say again, you are called. Each of you. Called to rise, called to stand, called to shine. Some of you will heal the broken with words. Some will break chains through prayer. Some will bring light through acts of service unseen by men but celebrated in heaven. Some will raise children of destiny. Some will speak to nations. But all of you are needed. All of you are chosen. Do not compare your calling to another's. The hand does not envy the eye, nor the ear the foot. Each part of the body has its role. Each gift has its place. What matters is not the size of your platform, but the purity of your obedience. If you do what is placed in your hands with faithfulness, you will fulfill your purpose. Now I turn my words to the battles you face. For you will face resistance. Do not be surprised when shadows rise against you. Do not be shaken when trials come. These are not signs of abandonment, but of calling. The enemy does not resist what does not threaten him. The very opposition you face is proof of the weight of glory you carry. When you feel weary, call upon me. When fear grips you, call upon me. When you stand at the edge of surrender, call upon me. I will come. I will strengthen you. I will surround you with the armies of light. You will not fall, for you are not alone. And when storms rage, remember this, storms do not last forever. Night does not endure without end. Every trial has its appointed finish. Every tear will one day be dried. Stand firm. Do not surrender. Victory is nearer than you think. I also speak blessing over your families, both present and future. May your homes be places of peace, not war. May your children walk in freedom, not in chains. May your generations know light, not darkness. May cycles of pain end with you, and rivers of blessing begin with you. You are chosen to build legacies of hope, to plant seeds that will bear fruit long after you are gone. And now, beloved ones, hear this final word: you are never alone. Even when you feel abandoned, you are not. Even when you cannot sense heaven near, heaven surrounds you. Even when you walk through valleys of shadow, light walks beside you. You are protected. You are guarded. You are loved beyond measure. I, Michael, seal this message with fire. Fire of courage, that you may stand strong. Fire of clarity, that you may see truth. Fire of love, that you may give and receive without fear. Fire of destiny, that you may fulfill all you were sent to do. Go now, beloved children. Walk in peace. Walk in purpose. Walk in love. And when you forget, return to these words, and remember, you are chosen, you are cherished, you are guarded, you are never alone. I remain with you until the end of the age. Beloved children of the living light, I return again to speak, for my words are not finished and your hearts are not yet full. The Eternal has poured a river, and the river must flow until it reaches every dry place within you. I speak now of endurance, for the path before you is not only about beginnings, but about lasting. Many begin with fire but lose their flame in weariness. Many begin with hope but abandon the journey when storms arise. Yet I tell you, endurance is as holy as courage. To endure is to hold steady when the winds blow, to keep walking when the path is dark, to keep believing when answers delay. Do not despise the power of endurance, beloved. For those who endure, those who remain faithful even when unseen, are counted as victors in the sight of heaven. Every step you take in faith, even trembling, even unseen, is written in eternity. You will need endurance not only in your calling, but in your love. Marriage is not sustained by passion alone, but by endurance. Passion burns bright, but endurance keeps the flame alive when seasons shift. You will face winters in your covenant, but winter does not mean death. It means roots go deeper, so spring may return stronger. Do not abandon your union in the winters of the soul. Instead, endure. For love that endures becomes unbreakable.